overcome us. All right, go ahead.
But I am carnal, sold under sin.
Going back to what? Chains of darkness. We've been, get Romans 8 and, I'm going with the spirit now. Get Romans 8 and 20.
Romans 8 and 20. For the creature was made subject to vanity.
Now, then it said I'm sold under sin. So who's the creature? Like in Genesis, it tells you the moving creature. That's man, woman, children. It said the creature was made subject to vanity. It goes back to where it said I'm carnal, sold under sin. Because when you're subject, what does that mean? You're serving. Sub means under. Ject means to serve. It has its roots in the Latin. Alright? So it's simply saying the creature was made the creature was made to serve sin. So for you brothers in this truth, it sears your conscience when you go off. But keep this in mind, you were subject to sin, man. That's why the scripture says what? Fight the good fight of faith. Ephesians 6:12, fight the good fight of faith, man.
Yeah, like it was Paul, right? He said I have fought the good fight.
Yeah, I have fought the good fight. Yep, that's right. That's right.
Romans 8 and 20. For the creature was made subject to vanity, not willing, but by reason of him who had subjected the same in hope.
Hey, what? Whoa! It said the creature was made subject to vanity, not willingly, but by him that has subjected the same in hope. Who is him? The Most High. So the Most High made us this way. Going back to
Chains of darkness.
Chains of darkness. Going back to 2 Pt2 and 4. Reserved unto judgment. The Most High was trying us, man. Alright? The Most High is trying us right now.
See, that's showing that the Most High still making a name for himself.
He making a name for
Just like he did with Esau. With you, Esau, he brought your putrid motherfucking vile ass up from the dirty ass Caucasus Mountains in Petra, or what is known in the Bible as Mount Seir. He brought you from that lower state and brought you up with what? Not only one, but with 3 kingdoms. 3 kingdoms. This is the last one right here that he about to bring down. America.
That's right. Here's the proof that we're the creatures that subject to hope. Because you know it tells you in Hebrews, I believe it's the 11th chapter. Now faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. Here's Zechariah 9 and 12. Turn you to the stronghold, you prisoners of hope. Even today do I declare that I will render double unto you. Because that's all, we're prisoners of hope. We don't see the kingdom on a daily basis, man. Esau not showing us on Discovery Channel the kingdom for the Israelites, man. Well, we have faith, man. Faith, we live by faith and not by sight. All right, go ahead, read it again.
Romans 8 and 20. For the creature was made subject to vanity, not willingly, but by reason of him who has subjected the same in hope.
And what is Israel? And it's talking about the elect of Israel. It's not for you heathens, man.
The sons of Abraham.
The sons of Abraham. The sons of Isaac. The sons of Jacob.
Which always goes back to the sons of promise, who is who? Israel.
Going back to the promise, the covenant. All right, get Galatians 5 and 17. The creature was made subject to vanity. Basically, when you read Romans, it's basically, if we were an item or a toy just bought from the supermarket, this would be the instruction manual to tell you how to operate this particular item. Tell you what not to do. Tell you why it acts like this. It tells you how to. So basically, the Most High said an instruction manual to tell you about yourself, how to operate in your bodies, man, while you're on earth, you know.
Yeah, because the farther you move away from the Creator, the more you prone to die. It's like if you don't have nurturing from your family, you growing up as a child. If you don't have nurturing from your father or your mother, you're not gonna survive as well. And if you don't have nurturing from your father, you're not gonna survive as good as you would with them.
All right, go ahead, because I got.
You said Galatians 5 and 17.
That's right.
Galatians 5 and 17. For the flesh lusts against the spirit, and the spirit against the flesh, and these are contrary the one to the other, so that ye cannot do the things that ye would.
Yeah, that goes back to Romans 8 and 20. The creature was made subject to vanity. And it also goes to a scripture that we're going to get. That I would, I do not, and that I hate, that I do. Alright? So when you in this truth, man, you might be trying to get into the word. All of a sudden you get a desire to do something vain, man. You know, sometimes it don't even have to be a sin, but it's just a distraction to keep you from getting to the word, man. But like the brother made a good point. He said, when you what was it you said? You stray away from the word.
You know, when you stray away from the Most High,
Yeah.
that less you are prone to live, man. That's like
That's right.
I mean, cause my stepfather had said some things like, okay, the reason why people was dying so much back in the past is because they weren't cooking their meat all the way. But hold up, that's a lie. That's a lie.
That's a lot. That's stepping away from the Most High.
Exactly.
Ain't pork. A lot of those diseases, obesity,
Homosexuality.
yeah, that's
All
right.
that shit. I mean, you know,
HIV.
that shit itself is just disgusting, but you can't have a children with the same unit.
Ecclesiasticus 10 and 12. The beginning of pride is when one departed from the Most High, and his heart is turned away from his Maker. I read that again.
Galatians 5 and 17. For the flesh lusteth against the spirit, and the spirit against the flesh. And these are contrary the one to the other, so that you cannot do the things that you would.
That's what makes, and this really goes into once you're in this truth, man. If you're not in this truth, you don't. It's gonna go over your head, man. What are the things you would to meditate in the scriptures? All right, but your flesh got all these desires popping up out of nowhere, man. You're Romans 7 and 17, man.
Romans 7 and 17. Now then it is more, Salakia, now then it is no more that I did.
Started 14, bro.
Romans 7 and 14. For we know that the law is spiritual, but I am carnal, sold under sin.
Soul under sin, all right, delivered into chains of darkness. Is a symbolic of slavery. Go ahead.
For that which I do, I allow not.
Yup, go ahead.
For what I would, that do I not.
For what you want to do, that you do not. All right, go ahead.
But what I hate, that I do.
What I hate, that I do. Like I said, it's a lot of things you. I'm just gonna be straight up with you, man. You might be wanting to watch a GMS video. Next thing you know, you're watching a booty shaking video on YouTube, man. You know, you might find yourself. What else coming amongst Israel, man?
Man, you might see say you into music or something, man.
That's right.
You might see something that's that you might think is dealing with Israel that might pop up and it's real spiritual, but it ain't got nothing to do with this word.
And I'm gonna bring this out right quick, cause a lot of brothers, they're ashamed to kind of speak about it to other brothers. You know what I'm saying? But here's 1 Corinthians 10 and 13. There have no temptation taken you, but such is common to man. But the Most High is faithful, who will not suffer you to be tempted above that you are able, but will with the temptation also make a way to escape, that you may be able to bear it. All right, read that again. Well, let me expound on it. Yeah, no matter what situation you're in, whether it's a temptation is in you actually being tempted, or you're going through a particular trial temptation, the Most High always has a little gateway, man, a little escape route for
it's
you,
like
man.
it says, resist the devil and he shall flee from you.
That's right. That's James, what's it, the 4th chapter? I think it's a 4-8. Go ahead.
It's Romans 7 and 15. For that which I do, I allow not. For what I would, that do I not.
Yeah, what you want to do, I want to get into the scriptures today. You might watch one little music video, but like, I'm just going to watch one video. But what does it say? We was going to get the scripture in the lesson, but the Spirit jumping on me to bring it out now, because this brother brought it out through the Spirit. Let me bring it out right quick.
And that's when we go into overindulging and rioting and all that.
Yeah, riding. And that's why the scripture says be temperate in all things. Ecclesiasticus 1 and 8. All things are full of labor, man cannot utter it. The eye is not satisfied with seeing, nor the ear filled with hearing. So, whatever, like a video, your eye's not satisfied with seeing, whatever video it may be, you watch one 10-minute, 4-minute video, but you're hooked, because your eye's not satisfied. Next thing you know, you spend 3 hours watching bullshit videos. Like this brother said, a song, your ear's not satisfied with hearing. So you just stuck on that shit all day, man, and spending time away from the Most High. This is supposed to be your song, man. What is it? Out of light in the law of the Most High, man. After the inward man, this is spiritual food. All the other shit is fleshly food. What did it say? Well, I'm gonna save it. Well, through the Spirit, I'm gonna